So here we have the Asus Eee PC. It's a 7-inch screen notebook, and it has an 800 by 480 resolution. The selling point of this is two things. One, it's extremely portable and light. It barely weighs 2.5 pounds. And also, it is cheap. Initially, Asus wanted to sell this device for around $199, but the price point of the particular one that we have here is approximately $349 or possibly $300 after it's been selling for a while. We shall see. It's still not actually released yet, so we're not sure on the pricing. Just to run down some of the other specs on this device we have, it has a webcam at the top that's 0.3 megapixels, has built-in wireless in the form of 802.11bg, and that's a Theros. It has 10100 Ethernet, the Ethernet port, and what would be a modem port, but it's blocked off, or here. You can also see there's a USB port over here. We have a wireless USB mouse plugged into it. We also have a headphone jack and a microphone port. The Asus Eee PC will actually support DivX playback and Xvid playback. It recognizes iPods and will actually recognize playlists and play back songs from those. It has socketed RAM on the right side. It has an SD slot, and that is SDHC compatible. And we have 2 more USB slots and a monitor out port that we have tested, and it will work with up to 1280 by 1024. Included with the Asus Eee PC is a slipcase, so you can actually, and it's recognized my voice right now. It's done talking to me. Just for a size comparison, we have a Sony Vaio 15.4-inch notebook, so it's a lot bigger. As you can see, it would dwarf the size of the Asus Eee PC. We'll have a full review of this notebook coming up, so stay tuned to notebookreview.com. So here we have the Asus Eee PC, and we have a Logitech wireless mouse. We just wanted to demonstrate that the Asus Eee PC will work out of the box with wireless USB devices. So here I have the receiver that I'm going to plug in, and right now you can see it's not working. If I plug it in, and right away it starts working, and I can use the wireless mouse, and works flawlessly, just like it would with a Windows machine. And here with the Asus Eee PC, we just wanted to demonstrate the fact that it will play YouTube videos. So here we are on youtube.com, and we have a video up called Darth Vader Blues. So if I hit play here,
just for once.
you'll see that it will play flawlessly, and we didn't have to do anything to enable this. Also, just to demonstrate, I'm using a wireless mouse with the Asus Eee PC right now, and the scroll wheel will actually work flawlessly, which isn't always the case with Linux-based machines. Computer clock.
Clock.
Computer web.
Web.
So what we're demonstrating here is the Asus Eee PC, and it actually has built-in voice recognition and voice prompting. So what I just did was told it to open up a clock, and then I told it to open up the browser. So we've got an application running in the background, and in the tray here you can see it's running. If I click on this, it brings up a list of the various things that you can actually do. So once you've enabled this, you can sort of sit back and just tell it what to do. A nice feature of the Asus Eee PC. Here we have the Asus Eee PC on top of a Sony Vaio NR, which is a 15.4-inch notebook. So we just wanted to do this for the sake of size comparison. You can see that the 7-inch Asus is far smaller than this Sony NR. Also, just to compare the size of the power adapters, here is the Sony Vaio NR power brick. And here we have the Asus Eee PC power brick, which really isn't a power brick at all. It's just kind of the same size as your regular cell phone charger might be. The other thing to mention about this power adapter that it is compatible with international voltages, which is a nice feature. And also, for ease of storage, you can flip the prongs up. Another thing we'll look at here is the Asus Eee PC packaging. It's actually smaller than this Sony notebook that we have, which just once again indicates the small size of the notebook. Worth mentioning, the packaging is nice, and on the front here it displays multiple colors of the Asus Eee PC. Right now the only color we know of is the white, but this might suggest that in the future Asus might be producing multiple colors. And on the side here you can also see there's 6 different colors that are displayed. So we shall see in the future if that's actually sold.